This is the only Chess960 piece development guide you'll ever need. Seriously, bookmark it, tattoo it, frame it, whatever works. In this video, I'll break down the sequence for developing your pieces in freestyle chess and focus on one of the most underrated stars of the opening phase, the knights. Every single idea you're about to hear is backed by cold, calculating engines and the brilliant minds of top grandmasters. So yeah, we're not guessing here. Let's dive right in. Imagine starting your Chess960 game. It's like you just got out of bed and you're still half asleep. But hey, you survived the first few turns thanks to the first video in this series. Now it's time to lay the foundations. That's pawn play, your breakfast. You need something solid and nourishing, not sugary nonsense like an exposed king. Now, in this episode of my Chess960 tutorial series, we move to the main course, piece development. Yes, this is your lunch, nutrient-packed, energy-boosting, night-jumping goodness. So if you want to actually master this variant instead of randomly clicking on pieces and praying, this video is for you. Let's start with the development sequence. This might surprise you, but in Chess960, we go by a knight to rook or queen to bishop order. Why? Because knights are short-range, high-impact units. They help you stabilize early. Then you bring in the heavy hitters, rooks and queens, to shake up the board. And bishops? The bishop pair is very powerful in the mid-game, so why throw them into chaos early just to get them traded off? Let's look at position number 56. Say your knight starts on a 1 or c1. What do? Knights from the edge usually hop to b3, then c5, especially if you push d4 on move 1. This way your knight stops counterplay on c5, eyes b7, and even controls e4, which, by the way, opens up ideas like b2, q1, and then e4. Sneaky, huh? Your c1 knight might also go b3, or sometimes d3 to lock down central squares. There's even a line where c3 and nc2 happens. It's slightly passive, yes, but sometimes that's exactly what you need. Remember, these knights don't just attack, they fortify. They're like bodyguards in spiky armor. Now on to position number 328. Again, the knight starts on a 1. It journeys to key outposts, and suddenly, boom! A square it's controlling becomes the gateway to a pawn break. That's Chess960 magic. Your knights don't just hop around, they set traps. Sometimes the setup is classical. In position number 208, the knight is on g1. You could play nf3, obviously, but how about this plot twist, nh3? Wait, what? Yep, in Chess960, creative moves like nh3 can be brilliant. It opens up lines for the queen, preps for g4, and with bishops eyeing the king's side, you suddenly have an all-out flank attack. Pretty sure that's not how your classical coach drew it up. To wrap this section up, knights usually land on one of 6 key squares in the early game: b3, d3, f3, g3, c2, e3. Some are classical, others are pure Chess960 gold. All right, moving on to your long-range weapons. Here's a quick rundown. Rooks. Go to open files and attack like a wrecking ball. Or, push a pawn and slide sideways like a sword. Queens. Bring them out via exchanges, then reroute to a nasty square and unleash havoc. Whew! That's a ton of knight knowledge. If your brain isn't overheating yet, you're doing great. Still feel unsure? No worries. In my next video, part 2 of Piece Development, we'll analyze 3 real games by elite grandmasters. You'll see how they bring theory to life, and sometimes break the rules in genius ways. So hang out on my channel, subscribe if you haven't, and maybe drop a comment about your Chess960 rating to let me know how far you went and how much you benefited from these videos. See you in 24 hours.